We got TCG Fish for you guys. Yes, it actually is a functioning list. We have some Crusadia for you guys. I thought this deck was dead. We have Super Quantums. We have Unchained. And so much more. Let's dig on into this, shall we? You guys smash the link about subscribing so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So the first list we have here is Brandon Walsh's top 4 list. He's gone 5-1 and 3-1 2 weekends in a row with this deck. So what do we do here? So Topic Future Draco is pretty cool. Basically, if we were playing the full armored shark here, or full armored Ray Lance, you'd be able to Bahamut Shark into like a rank up and then make the F-Zero. But we have to kind of deviate and do some other lines of play here. Yes, we are playing Wild Warrior. Yes, it is a level 4 water monster for an unexpected die. Basically, as long as everything goes well, we totally awesome our opponent, then we can do some Bahamut Shark or Zeus shenanigans, depending on how the rest of the board goes. But I think this list is pretty freaking interesting, man. Alright, like Lantern Sharks, we have Xyz Remor Sharks, we have Tinyes here, so you can basically just start putting those water monsters on the field and you can start producing out Bahamut Shark into F-Zero. Alright, cheesy, I know, but you know what? If it works, it works. Alright, next up here we have Sam Achilles' top 4 Crusadia list as well. Double Crusadia power, I feel it. Alright, we have more Exceed toolboxing here. We're still doing things with the World Crown. We have beautiful Royal Decrees in our side deck to mess up the opponent. We also have access to Soroshed out the Adignister monster. Avermax to do Avermax things, but of course, outside of that, alright, the extra deck and side deck look fine. Double or triple parallel is absolutely fine. Yeah, with the loss of the Guard Dragon engine, this deck did suffer a little bit, but it looks like we're finding ways to kind of cover up those holes here, whether or not it be through a Kaiju package or just more extenders so that we can do our things. Alright, thank you, spellcasters. I'm really glad that you guys exist, allowing extenders to hit the field. Next up here, we have Super Quantums. This was Michael S.'s list. I believe this was from New Zealand, actually. Outside of standard shenanigans. Okay, so truthfully here, everything revolves around producing the Megazord. Alright, once you get this stupid card here on the field, once per turn during the main phase, you can detach one material from this card, shuffle one card on the field back into the deck. This card becomes unaffected, and if you got the hot 6 here, your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand except, well, yeah, by card effects. So, we basically just produce this infinite monster through the Magnet Carrier here. We have all of our pieces so we can start getting to the Megazord here. Yes, we are playing Scythe. We do have access to Dagda to make sure that this can do its thing. I know a few people always look at these lists and are like, well, where's the Sanctums? You have Dagda. Dagda do good. Alright, outside of that, nothing else too special about this list. Just the super simple TLDR on what the deck does. Next up here we have Unchained. This was Brandon Thompson's 3rd place list from their locals here. The spicy stuff here, we have the Vanities in here in triplets. We are playing the one Unchained Soul Disaster, it's fine. I think, I also have to add the note here that I think the D-Shifters become more of a norm in this deck at this point in time. Do not underestimate what Unchained can do after setting this up. We are also, yes, I know we are playing Mystic Mine with Field Barriers. Alright, hey, see it this way. Alright, being able to build the boards while hiding behind a mine isn't necessarily a bad thing. We also got freaking Curse of Darkness back here, baby. Each time a spell card is activated immediately after it resolves, that player that activated it takes 1,000 damage. I love me some anti-Sky Striker fun. Don't you guys? Top 4 finish. This was Austin Wood's list. So the spiciest thing I have to point out here about this list is we are playing 1 Secret Village and then 1 Secret Village in the side deck. Outside of that, that's really the only real big point I wanted to point out about this deck is it's still spellcaster good stuff. Alistair still does what he wants to do, but at the end of the day, Invoked has been so streamlined. Like 1 or 2 card innovations is really about as spicy as you're going to get in these particular lists. Next up, we have a list. This was Jame Nash's. He unfortunately didn't make it too far in the YCS over the past weekend, but I wanted to show this anyway because we're playing the X-Saber package in this deck, and anytime I see the X-Saber package, I always want to give it a shout out because it's always very interesting to watch, like the extenders and things that you can produce through this deck. All right, being able to put these larger monsters on the field and just kind of laugh at your opponent is fine. And I mean, hey man, you can make a Gothams and at least rip a card or two out of your opponent's hand and then, you know, laugh and Tri-Brigade. You know, why would you not want to take full advantage of that? So I believe that this deck has room to evolve through the concept, and that's why I wanted to show it, because I'm a sucker for cool ideas like this. So let this be a lesson or something that maybe you'll want to try out there, at least for some cool ideas. Next up here we have, this is the Marty Letty's second place finish from locals. Basically, there's amazing trap tricks, but we are playing the Dogmatica package in this deck, which should give us a little bit more of an edge over the metagame, because the trap tricks package, you know, makes it so we actually can reuse our trap cards. Parallel Exceeds Lost Capitalize. The Amazement package gives us access to, you know, our favorite Book of Moon. We also have Searchers for it. This deck truthfully has everything that you would want in a control variant to make sure that you can play the game effectively. All right, and by you play the game, I mean my opponent doesn't get to play the game. All right, that's the greatness of control these days. So when everything is a one card starter with extra effects, why would you not want to, you know, take full advantage of that and enjoy the boards that you can actually make? So yeah, it's I'm glad to see, even if like the deck is 45 cards, I like seeing diversity. All right, next up here we have a Dragon Link list. This was Dean Efrat's list. I believe that this got barely missed the top cut of its YC. I don't know, it was a YCS, right? Or it was in his pot. It was one of the two. But we're playing the Dragoonity package here. All right, we always kind of talked about that this might be one of the things that we would see Dragoonity players kind of gravitate towards to kind of alleviate some of the stress of having lost their more heavy hitters. And unfortunately, yeah, they did lose their biggest calling cards out of the last list, but Ice Striker Dragon by LP. But outside of that, players are still trying to find innovation here. Is this as consistent as before? Truthfully, I don't think so. But players, once again, they're experimenting and they're trying all of these other ideas out here, which means that pay attention, Dragon Link players. I know you guys are trying, all right? Hopefully someday you guys will make a breakthrough. I think progress is being made, but we'll see. Next up here we have Ben Smallins' Subterror list. Oh boy, this is interesting. So what happens when we Ghost Reaper, you know, a Dark Infant, a Mubeta Fafnir, a Doodle Doop Doop? We take away your key cards, and what are you supposed to do? You can't functionally play the game. I think the reason why I wanted to profile this list was because I thought the Ghost Reaper was super cheesy. I always hear people talk about it, and they're like, oh, just watch me play Ghost Reaper. And then the one guy actually does play Ghost Reaper, and then so many people are like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Like, this is so insane. And it's like, well, you lost the game because of Reaper. So this is the one guy in the room that decided, you know what? I'm going to play Ghost Reaper, and you're going to like it. He's not even playing extra. He's just playing the Prosperity. He sees your matchup. He's like, I know what I'm doing. And the last list here we have is Infernoid. This was Catherine Ornar's top 4 list here. And honestly, we are doing the Lair of Darkness package, which gives us full disruptions to the opponent. We're still doing little shenanigans here. We are maximizing on Void Feast. Nom nom nom. We also have Imagination Station. You know this is the best card that your deck has, right? Like, truthfully, Extrav, because you just maximize on the best card you need in your extra. You don't really give a crap about anything else, man. If you lose something along the way, well, that's just variance doing what variance does best. So, what do you guys think about this whole chunk of deck profiles? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the link, grab out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day with some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And If you are looking to pick up singles, check out imcogames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.